evil fucks put in prison. So where's the justice? Why are these people not going to prison for life when one black guy can steal a Mars bar and go to prison for 10 years? Mm-hmm. Why is the swamp not draining? It makes me so angry. Those fucking, oh my God, they're so evil. Why? I don't understand that level of greed. What drives you, you psychopath?
Is the beanie like the new fedora? Did you fucking ruin beanies for me, Ethan?
You know what it is? A normal person, like, we're rich by comparison to someone who's making $30,000 a year. But like real rich, we're still normal people because real rich is like billionaires. Fulfillment centers having slave-like conditions where workers are pushed to be so productive that they're peeing in bottles because they're actually afraid to take a bathroom break. This isn't America. This sounds like conditions in sweatshops in China. Dude, the more and more I learn about shit...
It's really depressing to hear that about Amazon.
But also, Jeff Bezos is worth nearly $1 trillion. So hire a couple more people. So that's what I mean about these psychopaths.
Yeah, he's the richest man in the world, right?
He's the richest man in the world. And hire more people so people can go to the bathroom. That doesn't even come close to affecting your bottom line. When you personally are worth $1 trillion fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, Ethan, you're actually an idiot. Jeff Bezos is worth a fucking $160 billion. A 2-second Google search would have told you that. But you know what? Honestly, you're only off by like $840 billion, so fuck it.
If you know anyone who's working class, they're getting fucking slam dunked on by some psychopath billionaire. By the way, the more I learn about like stuff, the more I suspect. I'm so skeptical. We work with China on Teddy Fresh, so I started to learn more about what's going on there. They get in China a month off. The whole fucking country takes a whole month off. Everything shuts down. You cannot work with these Chinese factories for an entire month. The whole country is on vacation. Meanwhile, in America, there's this. You always hear like, "Oh man, sweatshops in China, they're all getting worked out to their fucking teeth." Meanwhile, they've got a whole month off, and we're pissing in bottles to remain productive. It's this American attitude. It's a sickness. This sickness that's like, I got mine and fuck everyone else. It's so fucked up. And China has better working conditions, you guys. America has the potential to actually be the greatest country that ever fucking existed, man. Title: Amazon warehouse workers allegedly pee in bottles to avoid punishment. While Amazon is known for revolutionary e-commerce with its quick delivery system for a variety of products, its workers allegedly sacrifice toilet time to meet the company's demands. Workers in the UK... Oh, this is in the UK, so what the fuck did I just talk about?
This particular article is about a UK one.
The H3 production has always been about logical. We break it down and we think about it. That's fucking interesting. That's going on in the UK too.
Let's be sure to remind our viewers that they can subscribe for free with
Amazon Twitch Prime. Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Now that is irony.
It's honestly fucking surreal watching these segments that were so good in Ethan's mind that they were uploaded separately to the Clips channel. Like, they were that worthy of content.
Grandma slammed by police. Huh. Okay. Moving along.
Let me say this. Okay. I respect police officers. I respect the job. I respect what they do.
Thank you.
You signed up for a dangerous job, and you're well compensated.
You did sign up for a dangerous job, but just because it's a dangerous job doesn't mean you have to unnecessarily put your life or limb in danger. When I was a police officer, I made less than $30,000 a year.
But my opinions are the right opinions, and if you disagree with me, you're just clearly wrong. 87-year-old woman tased while cutting dandelions.
I think titles like that are misleading. Was she cutting dandelions before officers showed up and tased her? Yeah, but she wasn't exactly cutting dandelions when the officers did tase her.
The police training in the United States is basically, if you are in any risk, shoot to kill.
Something tells me that Ethan has never been to any kind of police training whatsoever. I personally went through police training, and if I killed a person every time I felt that I was the least bit threatened, I would be killing people every fucking day, man. I just think that it's dangerous to be such an influential person and to make a statement like that to millions of followers, because a lot of them are just going to go with it.
The choice between tasing an 87-year-old woman and possibly receiving a knife strike from an 87-year-old woman, you have to weigh the severity.
Receiving a knife strike from someone, regardless of age, can cause nerve damage, death, loss of sight. A knife strike is deadly force. Well, what are you supposed to do in that situation?
You could have done anything.
Okay, other less than lethal options. Baton. Are you going to hit an old lady with a baton? No, that would instantly break bone. Tackle her. You're not going to tackle an old lady. But I'm just looking at it objectively from all angles. I'm gathering all the facts and I'm looking at it instead of believing in my head what I think might have happened.
It's a little
You
shut
could kill
up.
anyone. Nobody should be tasered.
But especially.
Could kill anyone. No one should be tasered.
Enjoy
in the future.
Keemstar, the pinnacle of logic and sanity on YouTube.
Yeah.
Go enjoy his fucking show.
Bye-bye.
Where everything he says is well researched and rational and reasoned.
You know, you really slammed Keemstar for being an unreliable, biased news source, but like, come on, Ethan.
Let's watch Ted Cruz slam dunk. Now, Ted Cruz, I don't know what the situation here is, but he's in a church of all places playing hoop. And man, oh man, can he throw a rock. And by throw a rock, I mean drops like a rock. Here you have Ted Cruz taking a running jump at a trampoline to try to dunk the ball. But the prayers were not answered, and he's straight to
what
hell.
happens?
It looks like the devil literally sucked him down. He like defies gravity. He drops faster and harder than gravity allows. And I love it. So anyway, shout out to Ted Cruz, who, by all accounts, is hated by all. Listen to the fucking podcast.
Ethan Klein.
It's your source of factual information. Disconnect your internet, dude.
Ethan, why bother talking about serious shit, man? Like, seriously, why take the risk? Your opinion is not that important, Ethan. Like, just ask yourself, how did you get here? You went from being a complete fucking loser to having millions of subscribers, fans, and dollars. That's not a light matter. That happens for a reason. Was it because of your rock-solid opinion on everything? No. It's because you dress up like a retard. Strip it all away, and that is why you're funny. That is what people want to see. They want to see you make yourself look like a complete retard.
I promise you, I have never looked and felt this great ever before.
That's your brand. That's your competitive advantage. That you're confident enough to allow yourself to look like a complete retard.
It's like a Nazi, science experiment. Marijuana. I hope you've enjoyed our episode of Black.
You can criticize others and point out the obvious, but at the end of the day, everyone just wants to see you dress up like a retard. Like a clown.
Do we really need another obnoxious cunt like me in the world?
Like a goof. To do the opposite of take yourself seriously. It takes confidence to do that. Just don't convince yourself that people are coming to you for your well-rationed and reasonable opinions. That's not what got you here. Your funny and original content is what got you here. And it's the only thing that'll keep you here. When you take the effort and the comedy away, you get, well, the podcast. You get a fucking shiny 2-minute ad for a freemium game after 4 months of inactivity. You get bitter, cynical Ethan in his natural state. And you can't blame depression or anxiety for this, man. Like, I know you've brought it up a number of times, but come on. Like, at this point, we need to see some progress. It's getting worse and worse. You need to be actively trying to help yourself if that is the case.
Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage. And then is heard no more.
Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to discuss one last issue that I have with you. If I hadn't seen this, I would not have made this video. In the 27th podcast you made, you had an entire segment where you talked about Shoe Nice.
And I was thinking about having him on the podcast because he's just such a wild card, such a lunatic.